Hey guys, it's Allie, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the biggest tips I have on how to start a YouTube channel, but specifically an American Girl doll YouTube channel. So this video is targeted towards people who want to make doll videos. Some of these tips are more so specific to this community, this niche. However, if you are just watching this video and you just want to start a YouTube channel in general, I am sure you will find some of these tips helpful as well. So this video is actually a collaboration with JustDreamStudios. We make very similar content on YouTube where it is more so in the lifestyle niche. So if you enjoy my type of content, you will probably enjoy her videos. Her channel will be in the description. And on her channel, we are actually doing a video talking about doll photography tips. So once you finish watching this video, go check out that one. And if you are here from her channel, hello, I hope you will enjoy this video. And if you like it, make sure to subscribe.
Hello everyone, it is JustDreamStudios here, and I am so excited to be doing a collab with AllycatlovesAG. If you love Ally's videos, make sure to go to my channel because I post very similar videos. We both post videos about ranking dolls, reviewing dolls, unpopular opinions about American Girl dolls. Now, if you love AllycatlovesAG's videos just as much as I do, make sure to go over to my channel and hit the subscribe button.
Thanks for that introduction, and now without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first step that we are going to be talking about is branding. This is very important. This is going to define your image on YouTube. So we're going to talk about how to pick a name. A lot of people will just do their first name and last name. However, in the doll community, specifically the AG community, this isn't super common to see. A lot of channels, including my own, will have AG in the name to represent American Girl. Sometimes it will have the full word American Girl. Sometimes it will have dolls, just something to let you know what this channel is going to be about. So if you discover a channel in the comments section, without even having to click on it, you know, hey, this is a doll channel, this person probably posts videos, and you can go check them out. Try to also pick a name that you won't regret in several years. I really regret my channel name. Similar to having a good name, you also want to have a good profile picture. So this tip is more specific to the AG community, but I strongly recommend putting a doll photo as your profile picture. So similar to the name, people see your channel in the comments and they know, hey, doll profile picture, this person probably posts American Girl doll videos. Next, you want to decide what type of content you are going to post. So if you are watching this video wanting to start an AGTube specifically, you've kind of already figured out your niche. You're going to make American Girl doll videos, possibly just doll videos in general. You don't necessarily need a niche to be on YouTube, but as somebody who watches a lot of YouTube, if I'm watching a channel and they post videos about food and then about cars and then they do clothing try on hauls, just everything, unless I really love the personality of the person watching the videos, I probably won't subscribe because it's very rare that I'm going to be into all of those different interests. So I do personally recommend picking a niche. Don't pick something too tiny that you're going to burn out, but I've been making American Girl doll videos for 5 years, so there's definitely a lot of content that has potential to be made. Within the AG niche, there are some subcategories of content that people do. Sometimes a channel will just be devoted to one of these subcategories, but sometimes it will be a mix of both.
A popular category for American Girl videos is AGSMs, which stands for American Girl Stop Motions. Now, how you make a stop motion is that you take lots of pictures and then you play them really fast. Now, this category is really popular because you can do a lot with it and it can look really realistic if you do it well. Now, if you like writing stories and writing scripts and coming up with ideas for stories, then AGSMs might be a good fit for you. However, it does take a long time to not only take the pictures, but depending on your editor, it can take a long time to edit it. And because it can take so long to create stop motions because you're taking so many pictures. Similar to this is AG live action videos, which are similar to stop motions, or they can be similar to stop motions, but instead of taking pictures and then moving them really fast, you just take some videos and then cut them and paste them together. You can also do something similar called American Girl music videos. These tend to be really popular because they use popular music that people like and enjoy. However, you have to be careful with this because especially if you are earning money, if you are monetized on YouTube, you need to be careful that you are not using like copyrighted music. However, if you want to add music to your videos, there's a great tool on youtube.com. When you create a YouTube channel, you have access to the YouTube audio library library and you're able to download a bunch of royalty-free music.
The next subcategory is actually the one that I am part of, and it is the lifestyle category. This category is a lot of talking videos about dolls. It might be things like room tours or hairstyles, outfits of the day. So just pretty much what you would see in normal human lifestyle, but in the doll category.
Next, we have the unboxing niche, which is also really popular, which is where you buy dolls and unbox them. It doesn't have to necessarily be new dolls. I know eBay hauls tend to be pretty popular too. But if you haven't noticed already, American Girls tend to cost a lot of money. So if you wanted to post a video every week, that would be really expensive really quick. So just like all the categories on this list, you can mix and match. You don't necessarily have to choose one single category. So let's say you buy a new doll, you can definitely do an unboxing video on your channel, but maybe making it your entire channel would be difficult.
Another subcategory is DIYs. So these are people who make doll crafts and share how to do them. And there's even more categories that I'm not going to dive into, such as sewing, reactions, things like that. But that was just a quick overview to give you some ideas for types of content you can make if you start an American Girl YouTube channel. And the last step of the whole planning and branding thing that I strongly recommend is to create an upload schedule. Now, I really doubt your subscribers are going to memorize the exact dates and times that you post your videos. However, as a creator, I find it really useful to keep myself on track if I have a schedule. I think posting once a week is the sweet spot. A lot of people do it, but if you're making something that takes longer, such as stop motions, posting every 2 weeks is fine. But I think once a month is like the longest apart I would recommend posting, because if you post really consistently, when people click on their channel, they're probably going to subscribe because they know that there's always going to be new content from you, compared to if you find a channel, they have great videos, but they only post every 3 months. You probably are not going to subscribe because they might be quitting soon. That's just what it looks like. So upload schedules, super important to keep yourself on track. The second step is equipment. So I'm going to quickly explain the equipment that I use. So for the video, I use my DSLR camera, which is a Canon EOS Rebel T6, and I usually use a 50mm 1.8 lens on it. I also have a tripod, and my tripod is from Manfrotto. I absolutely recommend a tripod, especially if you're going to do stop motion, and you can find them in all different price ranges too, so it's definitely one of the cheaper pieces of video equipment that I recommend, even if you're just starting, because you do not want to watch a shaky video. For audio, what you are listening to me on right now is my Blue Yeti microphone. And then for lighting, I usually use these studio lights that I got from Amazon, another one of the cheaper YouTube equipment options. My biggest tip when it comes to equipment though is don't invest in everything straight away, especially if you are a new YouTuber. Don't be like, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna buy a $500 camera, and then 1 month later you realize YouTube is not for you and you just wasted all of that money on a camera. So there are definitely alternatives that you can use for your equipment that don't cost money or as much money. For video, you can use your phone. A lot of phones nowadays have decent cameras, and for videos, I can't usually tell the difference between a camera and a phone. Just make sure it's steady on a tripod, or you can always balance it on books or something and you're good to go. For audio, you can always use your built-in microphone from your phone or your camera, but if you are looking to record voiceovers on the iPhone, there's an app called Voice Memos, and the sound quality when you record on there is quite good compared to if you're just recording on the video setting of your camera. Audio is super important. You don't want it to be too quiet or too loud, and you can usually adjust this in editing. As for lighting, natural lighting is always the best, so try and film near a window, but if you do plan on filming late at night, then definitely get some studio lights. The next step is to brainstorm ideas. So JustDreamStudios is going to share how she gets her ideas.
So how I get ideas for my AGTube videos is I make sure to watch other videos on AGTube and non-AGTubers too to see what kind of videos people are watching. That is personally how I started doing ranking videos on my channel. I saw a few people who are not on AGTube, just like regular YouTubers, posting ranking videos, and then I saw a few people do it on AGTube, and it ended up being some of the first videos I did on my channel, and they ended up being super popular. Now, just be careful that you're not directly copying other people, that you are creating your own ideas. But if you're noticing a certain trend, such as ranking videos, where so many people are making American Girl ranking videos, then it seems like a good video to create because it shows that they're popular and that people like watching them. But for example, if you were going to do an American Girl stop motion and somebody did a Christmas stop motion that you really liked, don't try to recreate that stop motion exactly, or even a very similar story, because that can get you a lot of trouble, and it's not ethical and it's not right just to copy someone. Try your very best to come up with your own ideas, but it is okay to get inspiration from other people. Also, make sure to talk about things that you are interested in, and don't pick a topic because you think it will be super popular because you see a lot of other people doing it. Because if you choose topics that you're not interested in and you just try to do things for views or subscribers, people will see right through that and most likely won't subscribe because they see that you are not passionate or you don't care about what you're talking about.
For me, I get my ideas from all over the place. Sometimes something just pops into my head and I'm like, this would make a cool video, so I write it down. I like to use my notes app to plan out all of my schedules and my uploads and my ideas, just because I can sync it across devices. So if I'm on my phone and I have an idea, I can write it down, but if I'm on my computer and have an idea, I can also write it down and it will all sync. If you are making videos that are more so talking based, so whether that's a stop motion or even a video just like the one I'm filming right now, I strongly recommend that you create outlines and scripts for your videos so you're not just rambling the whole time. Here's a look at my outline right now that I'm reading off of. If you do stop motions, you can make scripts either by hand or online, and if you do want to see a bit of my stop motion script writing process, I will have a link in the description to the whole behind the scenes of me making a stop motion video, as I did make a stop motion a few months ago. But for my usual video outlines, I will create the categories or the topics, and then I will create points underneath of things that I want to talk about, and then I usually run through the video before actually filming it just to make sure everything flows okay, and I've written down everything that I know I'm gonna want to cover before I start filming. A question I see a lot of people who want to get into AGTube ask is, what videos do I post? What should my first video be? And there are definitely some videos that tend to do better than others when it comes to YouTube, especially for smaller creators. The video I always recommend new creators to make is an All My Dolls video. Those videos are some of my most popular on my channel, and for a lot of other people, it's some of their most popular videos too. Plus, I think it gives a really great introduction to your collection, especially if you plan to do stop motions and your dolls have personalities, so the viewer can get to know you, your channel, and your dolls. Dollhouse tours are another good option for some first videos. Those tend to do well, and once again, if you do stop motions, it lets everybody see the setting of your stop motions. The next step is filming. So filming setups depend on what type of content you make. And I'll give you guys a fun fact about this video right now. For my videos where you just see the doll in the background, it's actually a photo, not a video. I used to do it in video form, but I found that it took up so much storage, and when I take a photo, not only does it turn out better quality because I can just edit it in Lightroom and not have to deal with color correction, but it's just so much easier for me. So it's a photo and a voiceover. But of course, depending on the type of video, sometimes I'll get my lights out, sometimes I'll get my tripod out, and things like that.
When you're first starting a YouTube channel, natural light is okay, so always make sure to film during the day in front of a window, and make sure the room you're filming in is well lit and has lots of windows or has a really big window. It is very difficult to film in places like basements if you don't have proper lighting. What I personally do, and I've been filming YouTube videos for over 3 years, so I have a backdrop which I got from Amazon, but sometimes if I want bright colors, I go to thrift stores and I buy bed sheets or curtains or tablecloths or just flat sheets. I personally have 2 sources of light, which are usually my softbox lights. The one light will cancel the shadows created by the other light, so theoretically there is no shadows on your doll at all.
Another key aspect to making YouTube videos is watch hours. This is very important if you do want to get monetized on YouTube, which means make money from your content. Currently, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I definitely made some mistakes when I first started being on YouTube. All of my older videos were super short. They were like under 5 minutes long, and that's why I hit 1,000 subscribers, but it took me 2 more years to get to 4,000 watch hours because my videos were just so short. My watch hours, I will say, are a lot better now that I make longer content, but JustDreamStudios is not even at 1,000 subscribers yet. Get her to 1,000, but she is so close to getting her watch hours, so I want to hear her best tips on how she accumulated her watch hours to help help you guys out if you want to get monetized.
So it is best to make videos around the 10-minute mark for 2 reasons. The first being YouTube values watch time over views, so it matters how long people are watching your video for, which is watch time, rather than how many people click on it, which is views. The second reason is that if your channel becomes monetized, meaning that you make money off of the ads that run in front of your video, you can place ads in the video if the video is over 10 minutes. So therefore, more ads equal more money. However, don't make videos long just for this reason. Quality is super important. It is more important people watch the entire video instead of clicking off because it is too long and not interesting. It is better to have someone watch an entire 3-minute stop motion versus 3 minutes of a 10-minute video that is super boring that they click off of. If people only watch your video for a bit, YouTube will stop recommending it.
Step 5 is honestly my least favorite, and that is editing. So there are many editing softwares out there ranging in price and what you can do with them. I first started off using iMovie on my iPad, and then I used Windows Movie Maker on a PC, and then I used iMovie on my laptop, and that's the best free editor I can recommend. It's really easy to use, especially if your videos just require simple cuts and things like that. But this year I did decide to upgrade to Final Cut Pro just because I felt like I could do everything on iMovie, and there was a lot of editing stuff I wanted to do that I could not do on iMovie, so I ended up getting Final Cut Pro, and I do not regret getting it at all. Premiere Pro is another good editing software, but it is also quite expensive. But unlike Final Cut Pro, you have to renew Premiere Pro every single year. It does add up over time, but it can do even more than Final Cut Pro can.
In the beginning, I used Windows Photo Collection, which I now believe is called Video Editor, but I switched to a lifetime subscription of Filmora. It did cost me around $80, but it is super easy to use and has amazing features. It is not cheap, but it is much less expensive than something like Adobe or Final Cut Pro. Photo Collection or Video Editor is super limited, but it can cut and merge clips and add music and titles, which is the most important part. One of my biggest tips for editing is that if your program has shortcuts, then use them. For example, on Filmora, to split a clip, I could use the scissors icon, but to save time, I can select Control B, which saves me so much time. Also, the delete button on your keyboard is super handy.
The editing process depends on what kind of videos you're making. So for my content, I normally lay out all of the clips in order, match up the voiceover with the clips, and then I will do what is called the rough cut. So that is pretty much when I am just cutting everything, cutting out the pauses, the mess ups, the breaths that you can hear, and things like that, just to improve the flow of the video. My second pass, I like to add in my graphics, so my photos and things like that. My third pass, I will add in sound effects and music, and then I'll listen to it one more time, and if everything is good, I will export that video. I'm going to quickly talk about thumbnails, as it's kind of still editing because you're editing photos. Definitely make thumbnails for your videos, because I find when I'm often searching for AGTube videos to watch, and a video has a really good thumbnail, I'm gonna click it because I'm gonna assume that that channel is also really good quality. A great free software to use to make thumbnails is Canva. It's a website, you can just look it up, and I've used it for years to make my thumbnails. Now I use Photoshop though, and if you do want to see my whole process of making thumbnails, I will link a video with that down in the description. Here's JustDreamStudios' process of making thumbnails.
I use PicMonkey, which is super user-friendly, but it does cost money each month, but for me it is super worth it, considering I use it for 2 YouTube channels, not just this one. My best advice for thumbnails is practice, practice, practice. My first thumbnails were terrible, and it wasn't until I got an idea for a thumbnail style in the shower that I realized I could make much better thumbnails this way, but I would have never come up with this style if I wasn't familiar with the program. Also with thumbnails, it's important to create a style that is unique to you, but it is interesting and easy to read. Think about the thumbnails of YouTubers you watch. What do they all have in common? Are they bright and colorful? Are they simple but trendy? And play around with different ideas of looks of thumbnails and see what you like best.
Step 6. Congrats, your video is done, it's edited, hopefully it's uploaded or uploading, and now we are going to talk about posting the video and SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. Of course, you want to be doing YouTube for fun, but I think growing on YouTube is another big aspect for a lot of people. They want to build their community and things like that, and in order to do that, you need to be a bit strategic with your video and how you're going to promote it and get the search engine or YouTube to pick up your video. So keywords are really important. What do you want your video to show up for? For example, I really want my videos to show up when people search American Girl dolls. So I'm gonna put American Girl doll in the title. I'm gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna put it in the tags and things like that. Definitely try and fill up your description with as many keywords as possible. If you do want to learn more about search engine optimization and keywords, I strongly recommend the YouTubers Annie Dubé and Catherine Manning. They are YouTube advice channels. Annie Dubé is kind of shifting her content a little bit to not be so much YouTube advice, but she still has a lot of good videos around this topic, and I've been using those videos to help my channel with gaining subscribers, and I have been growing fast, and I will credit some of my growth to those channels' tips. So that is something I recommend looking up if you do want to try growing on YouTube a bit more. Finally, I'm going to talk about some tips to promote your videos and your channel overall. Getting started is definitely the hardest part, so here are some tips to gain some subscribers and find your fan base. I think the best place to get discovered as a small YouTube channel would be the comment section, especially of other American Girl videos. Don't just comment, hey, I have a YouTube channel, check it out, but I would actually watch the video, leave an actual comment like you would if you were just watching a video, and then maybe at the bottom say, hey, I have a YouTube channel and I would really love it if you check it out. Don't be like too in their face about it, don't be like, you must subscribe to my channel, but just kind of casually plug it and I'm sure people will check it out. And having a name that implies that you are an American Girl doll channel as well as a profile picture with a doll in it will make people click even more. Another great way to get your name out there is to do collabs, just like what I am doing right now. So I am trying to get you guys to check out JustDreamStudios' channel, and on her channel, she's getting her subscribers to check out my channel. So it's a bit of cross promotion, and then that way you can find another AGTuber to watch. Another good place to promote your YouTube channel is on Instagram. There is a large American Girl community on there, and it's really great to be able to talk to other AGTubers and create friendships. But as you grow your following on there by posting doll photos, watch JustDreamStudios' video on how to take good doll photos, some of your followers from there will go over and check out your channel if you promote your videos on Instagram. And some people from YouTube might go and check out your Instagram. So that is a very good place to promote your videos. What I really love about the AGTube community is, even though it is a very small niche, I feel like everybody knows everybody. I watch a ton of smaller YouTube channels and I feel like we all help each other out, and I've heard of so many people, and I love seeing YouTubers who are really small be doing collabs with each other, and they all kind of are friends with each other too. So if you want to grow your channel, there is a supportive community of people that want to help you grow and watch you succeed. So I know this was a really long video, so if you made it all the way to the end, give yourself a big pat on the back. I really hope this video helped you guys out, whether you are brand new to YouTube or you have been doing it for a while and are just looking for some new tips. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what your best YouTube tip is. And since this is a YouTube growth related video, if you have a YouTube channel, then plug it down below in the comments, and hopefully we can all check out each other's channels and help each other grow. And make sure to check out JustDreamStudios' channel as well as the video we did on her channel, and the links to those will be in the description. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye!